The first Baptist congregation was established here in 1848 by Joshua and William Miller. I believe they were United Empire Loyalists who were here from the U.S. Now there is evidence of a congregation earlier than that, probably in the 1830s. But it is interesting that this congregation was established out here in very, very rural Markham. The congregation existed until 1958 when the church was closed. And in 1981, the church was moved by the Markham Unionville Lions Club to Markham Museum. And it was rebuilt and established as a popular wedding site and meeting place within Markham Museum. But there's quite a variety of tombstones here, and I'd like to show you some of those. As well, the cemetery is still active under the management of the City of Markham, and there are regular burials taking place here on the site. Come with me and we'll have a look around at some of the stones and the families that are represented here in this part of Markham. This is one of the common family names, Miller. Here, died in 1887. And there is another Miller family over here. You can see a Leathers, which is an unusual name, but it's common. Hamilton and a Barkey back over there. Now it's interesting, as we don't see it in too many tombstones in Markham, but the Masonic symbol here on this one, there are others that have that symbol. Now over here, something that was done quite a number of years ago, they took many of the old tombstones, the old white ones, and they have put them in a cairn. Let's go and have a look at that cairn with the very early burials here. Now I talked about these stones being put into a cairn. We don't do that anymore because pollution does tend to damage them when they're laying flat. But this stone is the stone for Joshua Miller, who died November the 11th, 1851 at 75 years of age. And you'll notice, if you look closely, it has the symbol of the weeping willow tree on the top, and a number of these do. And here is Rachel, that's Joseph Miller's wife. She died in 62 at 68 years of age. So there are a number of Millers here and there are a number of Hamiltons, and you can see the stones are of varying thicknesses. Here's one of James Miller that has a much more decorative design on it. And those were quite common in the very early days. We don't see those quite as much on the modern stones, but there are the rose flowers there on the top. Here is a Hamilton, and it has an anchor on the design. There's one that has the folded hands. So here is Anthony, son of Avery and Phoebe Hamilton, who died in 1875, but 10 years and 8 months. So that would have been a sad, but they have an image of a bird sitting on a branch in that stone. Jack Johnson lived in the farm just across the road here, and he was determined that he wanted something from the farm. So this boulder came from his farm, and Stovall Monuments cut it in half and have used it as his memorial stone, which is quite fascinating, I think. And they did cut in some maple leaves along the way. This is one of the cemeteries that's still active in the city of Markham. And now there are a number of the Muslim community who have purchased plots here. And we see here some of their monuments. They have different designs. Some have scripture on them, but it's really current. These burials are taking place. There's 2 there that took place last week. So this is still active, and it's serving a wide variety of the ethnic population of Markham at this time.